the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic, stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. It's August 4th. We're at 120 West Washington Street. Council chambers, may I please get a roll call?
Mayor Sims,
Here.
Attorney George Loy,
Here.
Bill Cheever,
Present.
Shanda Cortez,
Here.
Kim Kramer,
Here.
Dave Patty,
Present.
Gary Allen.
Here. Thank you, Doug. On to the minutes. If you've had a chance to review the minutes from our last meeting on the 21st, I'd like an approval to accept those minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from July 21st, 2025.
I'll second.
Bill Cheever,
Aye.
Shanda Cortez,
Aye.
Kim Kramer,
Abstain.
Dave Patty,
I also abstain.
Gary Allen.
Aye.
Thank you. I don't believe there's any additions or deletions to the agenda this evening. Okay. On to our favorite part, citizen participation. Anybody here this evening? Hi. Okay, we are to department head reports. These are going to be given in person. Let's start with Diane Bunnell, please, ADA.
It's a new look, whatever.
Bill was up here Sunday. He was gonna prank me. He said he was gonna trick me here. That's Am I going the wrong way? Okay. That's fine. I'll change the light bulbs. There you go. Yes, apologize.
Okay, on July 30th, Mayor's Advisory Council had their monthly meeting. We went over several things, and one of them, of course, is our fundraiser for September 13th, our bowling and cornhole. So we're looking for raffle gifts and things like that. So anybody wants to participate in donating a raffle gift, we would greatly appreciate it, or any other funding. All our funds do go for upgrading our parks and things here in the city for inclusion, so that all people, no matter if they're visitors or residents, if they have a disability, they are welcome to use our parks and our areas. We're working on the inclusion for the Board of Works and the council meetings on how to make it more possible for a public person being here could make sure they can understand and be able to witness all things that are going on in their own language if they have trouble with different languages. We're still working on those areas. Working on all new ideas for helping fundraising. Still getting information all together on how to work with the porta potty that we did purchase to make the inclusion of ADA accessibility. That was very expensive for the people to rent one of these porta potties, so the council did use their money in order to purchase one. So we're looking at possibly allowing business to sponsor their business names on this so that we can recoup our money for our matching funds for grants, so we can go on and keep putting more things in our parks. still be doing a lot of webinars on ADA and NDOT trainings. Some of them coming up more as it goes on. Hopefully all departments are keeping track of their LEP reports. This is reports when somebody calls in, possibly in a language that the person answering doesn't use, that they have the facilities and the means to translate or get a person to answer that person so that they can get their points across, so that we don't have any interference, so that everybody can be heard and understood. So we have to log that, and that is one of the transition plan things that we have to turn in. I have to turn all those reports in to the state every year on each department, if they had any problems, how many people they had, how they solved the problem, how long it took them to solve the problem, and that type of thing. Now, the end of my report is, back in March, we had the wheelchair basketball game. And the committee, our council decided to upgrade our trophy because we were having trouble on getting it, the name of the new winners on the trophy and getting it back to them. So what we decided was getting a big plaque to put at City Hall, and all the plaques that were on the trophy, put who the winner was that year, what department, and everything, the past ones and future ones. And we made the trophy where they can take it home with them that night after winning it, put it in their department. We had a new plaque designed to put on the trophy, and I think it turned out pretty wonderful. And I'd like to give that to the fire department. Thank you. Any questions? I'm sure he'll put it in a really good spot that if you ever want to check it out again, you can just go to the fire department to see it. You're not going to hide it in your office. Okay.
Okay, on to the fire department, please.
What's the dress code, Patty?
Hey, chief.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people here in not collared shirts. The ladder truck was delivered. Project worked on for a long time, is delivered last week. It's beautiful. We will not put it in service. We have to do some paperwork with Chris, and we have to do formal training on it. So we're about a month away till that formal training happens. And that's not our timeline. That's the company we bought it from's timeline. So we can't do much about it. Both trucks fit in our building, which is a plus. But if anybody wants to go see it, it's over there. Be happy to walk around it with you and show you some of the new things on it. Been talking about our ladder truck, 2 Mondays ago, I believe it was. Monon had a large fire. We went up there with our ladder truck. Rensselaer came down with their ladder truck. So we had 2 aerial devices there at the Monon fire. And then that same week, we also went up to Buffalo Fire Department, helping them with the structure fire. As of July 25th, we were at 2,073 calls. It's been about a week and a half or so ago. So we've obviously added to that. So we are finishing up the details on our auto extrication course, August 18th through the 22nd. We're gonna have 15 people in that class. It is the highest level extrication course that you can really take, and it happens here. Or we're bringing it here, and it's happening at Jake's Record Service at Mills. So, any questions? Anybody? Appreciate it. Thank you.
Cody. Mitch, Parks Department.
afternoon. How are you guys doing? Okay, wonderful. Yeah. Good, yeah, thought I'd ask to see. Anyway, just want to let you know, one of the things we do on a pretty regular basis is go through and upgrade our surfacing materials for playgrounds. And this last month, we upgraded the surfacing material at Jordan Park, and that included installation of 90 cubic yards of engineered fiber, and that is put in to reduce impact injuries. So that if you haven't been up there, looks really pretty sweet, looks good. And good to have that in place. Started working with an Eagle Scout on an observation deck that we're putting in at All Fair Nature Park. They're next to the Nature Center, overlook the stream area and out into the prairie. This is something that I've been working with this certain scout for about 2 months or so longer, just getting plans set up, and we're going to have that, I think, on the way here shortly. Also, the North Pavilion, we've taken all the services away from it, and it is ready for demolition. So Heiner Construction, which was awarded the replacement of that shelter, that contract, should start here within the month as far as demolition. I am finishing up the permit for construction of that building. So I'm working on it. So she's smiling right there. So, but anyway, and then also lastly, I'll just say this, we are working on getting some pickleball courts established here in Monticello. We're looking at Jordan Park. Great place for it, and we are going to relocate the skate park. And when we do that, we're going to have an upgrade to that park. So excited about both. So you'll see us up there. I've had several kids ask me today, "What are you guys doing?" So we're disassembling the skate park. You are? Uh-huh. So we told them what was going on. Some of them seemed really excited about that. So that was cool to see. And then finally, swim lessons this year. Talked to Scott Kubley. We actually had 400 participants in swim lessons this year. So pretty much blew away our record of last year's record by 27 individuals. So that was a pretty big deal. So again, White County Health Department, the partnership we've had with them is a big factor in helping to provide that many lessons to the community. The more lessons we can get out, the safer our citizens will be as far as swimming on our lakes and so forth. So I think I'll leave it at that. You guys have any questions?
I want to make a comment real fast. So concerning the skate park, we're not losing a park, right?
No.
We are just simply moving a park.
Yes.
It's going to come back better, bigger
Yes.
than ever.
Yeah.
So it's a
Yep.
win, complete win for the city.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's, we'll talk more about some other ideas into embellish it
Yeah.
a little bit. It's
Yeah.
going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I was very excited.
All right.
So with the skate park, when is that going to be reinstalled or reopened?
Reinstalled. My
When-
goal is towards the end of 2026.
Okay,
To have
so
it
it'll
in-
be,
back
it'll
in
be
place.
down until at least the end of 2026 at
Yes.
this point.
Yes.
And then possibly new equipment?
You're going to have some renovated equipment, and it's the company's
Renovated, okay.
company's going to come in, do a renovation after we get it reassembled. And there's actually one area that we're looking to add a little bit to it. So
To the whole thing
yes,
and make it
and
new and
there-
approved.
Yes, there's ideas. I'd love to share with you, Bill.
New and improved. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yes,
Okay.
especially right around. It's going to be kind of cool. So
All right.
anyway, any other questions? All right, very good.
I have a question.
Sure.
So the pickleball courts, I'm excited about this. So we're thinking the next couple months, this is a potential reality.
I'm going to
for-
push to have them in by
3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'd like to do. But see, what is this? This is August 1st. So into September, first part of October. That's my goal.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
so if anybody want to help disassemble, we're going to be there for the next couple of weeks working on getting it prepped and ready. And meanwhile, I'll be doing some other stuff in the background just to get things ready. So when that's ready, it can receive what's needed.
Yep.
How did today go?
Today, went slower than I thought. It's kind of a learning curve, but we've decided instead of taking it totally apart, we're going to do it in sections and then
Yep.
take those sections and store them together. And that way, when we put them back together, they'll just pop, pop, pop.
You'll know what goes where.
Exactly.
Got it.
So, all right. Any other questions? Okay, very good.
Thank
That's
you,
all I
Matt.
have.
Thank you. Police Department. Hi, Chief.
Good afternoon. How's everybody today? Awesome. I really don't have much. We're working on our drone program. I come up with a thought or an idea of how we can get our money. Bring that to you guys at the department meeting for next week. Got something to write on there. Working on our Humvee project. It's something that we were granted these Humvees through a military program. We've since sold one, so we're gonna use that money to help us upfit this other one that we have. And with that, we also want to do like a dedication for one of our fellow officers who had this program going for us. And also Move Over Outfitters is going to donate some lights to it. And Jake from Mel's is going to install them. So I think we're gonna come in way under budget on what we have to spend for this vehicle. So it'd be cool. Parades, natural disasters, flooding, I mean, you name it, we can, it's more of a personnel carrier style. Like I said, we got it. I don't believe we spent a dime on getting these. They were given to us. And we have very little other than maintenance. And I know we just recently started doing maintenance on them. So we're gonna make it pretty. So we're also working on the transport cages. As we know, we've had some issues in the past or last year or so that officers been getting hurt with our subjects were taken to the White County Inn. With that being said, we've got the quote and they're around 3,000. Rotary Club, big shout out to them. They gave us right around 8,000 to 8,500 to help us complete this. And now with their help, we're gonna be able to upfit 5 vehicles with these transport cages. So my whole night shift will have them for sure. Day shift, I don't know. They don't want them. But they're a lot older, so. Ordinance issues, we have, Miss Jenny Lynn has helped us out with the RV issue on Blue Water. She has sent a letter. We're waiting for them to come into compliance. They have up to 30 days to come into compliance, and then if not, we will pursue another option, which will give them another 30 days to get that taken care of. She's also helped us out with the, and I apologize, but the missing kitty cat signs that were all over, she allowed them to stay up for a few weeks to try to help the folks out to find the kitty cat, but they become quite a few on several telephone poles, so those have been removed.
What's the RV issue? I'm just curious.
It's an unregistered RV that's sitting down at a resident's house right now.
Gotcha.
And I believe they've been working on trying to get it removed, correct?
Correct.
So with that being said,
again.
yeah. This is one of our many complaints. What's that? Yeah, yeah. So, other than that, that's about all I have. Nothing too exciting. It will be. I don't want to ruin the surprise as to what we're doing with it, but it will be cool. Yeah. Also, we're gonna paint it. I plan on myself, along with a couple of our guys, doing the painting ourselves because it means that what this project's going to means that much to us. So we want to do it ourselves.
I just want to say thanks to Officer Chris Blake, because was it Tuesday? He blocked traffic for the Twin Lakes Soccer Association for us to cross over to get the kids some ice cream that day. So he just happened to be there at the perfect time.
Yeah. Dave, I know you have something. No? All right. Well, thank you.
Good evening. Uh, Pretty much business as usual. Projects are moving along slowly. We got a call this evening about some no parking signs going up around town. I had no idea what they were, so I did do a little investigation. Reith Riley has the contract to repave several streets in the city. And they are getting close to starting. So they are going around putting up some no parking signs starting later this week. On the streets. And there's a fairly lengthy list of streets that we are going to resurface this year. If anybody wants a copy of this, I have them. But we'll put out a notice on our city website about that this is coming. I wish they had given us a little more advance warning, but we'll get through it. And that's, so if anybody calls about no parking signs, that's what that's about. I got an email from Kirpsey. They have installed some traffic counters on, I think, 3 different streets around town for this week. They'll be probably pulling them up at the end of the week. So if somebody sees them, Kirpsey has them down. And then we just finished today. We installed a couple of flashing lights and a radar speed sign down on Ohio Street by the schools, just trying to get some more warning and let people know that, hey, there's something going on here. So we did get those all in operation today, and they should be ready for school to start. So that's really it. We're trying, if we think these work, we think they help, we may try to put some more of the flashing lights at some of the other intersections over down around the school, just, try to help all, I mean, we can't fix everything, but we, try to do the best we can.
Frank, do we know what Kirpsey's doing the counts for?
They get
Project.
so much money every year from the state to do traffic counts in the different communities. And so they do some every year in Monticello, but it's kind of a state thing. They want to know, I think, in cities, just kind of different areas.
Road use and that kind of
Yes,
thing,
sir.
right? That kind
Yes,
of,
sir.
so
Yep.
not necessarily for a project or anything.
No.
Okay. No. And then when we start this paving over all these intersections, will this probably be all done by November timeframe? Or
I would
sooner?
hope so, yes.
No, I'm not holding you to it. I know how it goes. No, I know how it
There you
goes.
go. No,
But
yes.
the plan is really for about a 2-month
Yes,
inconvenience for everybody
Yes.
through different places in the city.
right.
You're gonna put them on the
We
website.
we had to wait till school starts, so, we can,
100%. We didn't want to do it this summer, right?
Right.
We want to get those, no, I'm just
right.
teasing.
No, but yeah,
right.
no, I would say, yeah, I'd say probably, you're looking probably a couple of months for them to get all done. Yes.
Are we still taking the trash bids under consideration? How are those?
Actually, we met this morning. We talked to the low bidder, and I think we're pretty much all in agreement that, yes, we will probably accept them at the next Board of Works meeting. So, yeah, I think we're all good with the low bid.
Hello, you all right?
Hey, listen, I didn't want to steal Frank's thunder or his lightning. Those machines down there are very pretty. But what I do want to say is this man has went above and beyond trying to keep our crosswalk and our crossing guards safe. He's purchased equipment for them to wear individually and put some signs up throughout the areas where our kids are. So I just want to give a huge shout out to Frank and his guys for doing that. Thank you, Frank.
We love Frank. Yeah, wastewater. Bob.
Good evening. Good evening. Hope you guys like the sewer guy too, or love him too, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah, if you did, you'd be knee deep in it. How about that? So, anyhow, we had a, storm sewer line that collapsed, basically going bad over there at Fisher and Blue Water. And how we found out is basically a fiber optic line went through it right there at Blue Water and had a sinkhole. So we had AccuDig camera that out, and as we looked at it, the whole bottom of it was rotted out. So we repaired it. Of course, the fiber optic company had to pitch in on part of that. So your guys' neighborhood, Gary, we'll get it paved. I'm
It
sorry.
fits, right? Patty, it fit.
That, I tell you, you get a road paved. I mean, it was only like 2 years ago, we had that whole road paved and it never fails. You get a nice, perfect road and either Brad or I will have something underneath it that causes us to dig it up. But, y'all got to understand, that's why infrastructure such as water and sewer is so important. Because you could build everything nice above it, and if it's not good underneath it, guess what? You're going to be digging it up. So there you go. That's my sales pitch. We had to put some cold patch in a sinkhole over in Cleveland and Maple. That's something that's part of our city park lift station project. Okay, we're going to get that paved. We're going to get that fixed right. Perfectly, Frank. Okay. I told Frank that we would make sure that that gets fixed. Speaking of the City Park lift station, F&K will resume construction on the 18th of this month. So this will start the actual lift station, wet well, the entire pumping station right there at the park. So, be patient. Please bear with us there, Mitch. We'll work with everyone, make sure that people can still get through the park and everything safely. And we'll try to do as a minimum amount of impact on the city park. We had a influent pump, which we call a raw pump. I didn't really want to say raw in a public meeting, but that's what it is. It's basically, it's the heart. One of the hearts, there's 4 hearts of that plant, and one of them went down. But I signed a service agreement with Xylem, a company in Indianapolis. So I've got 12 of these pumps. I signed a service agreement. I pay them about $6,000-7,000. They come in each year, they pull them, they inspect them, they give me a clean bill of health. It's kind of like going to a wellness program for your health, right? Okay, so if something happens to it, hey, it's free. I don't have to pay for it. So one of them just happens to be at the doctor's office right now. Hey, on 7/26, I was out of town that Saturday night, but we got a gut buster, and that gut buster equaled 1.62 inches of rain. And I mean, it happened within 30 minutes, fast. It flooded out on Main Street there near Arnie's. Okay. I got calls. I got people tell me that, right? A full pipe is a full pipe. That's a 15-inch pipe, and it was full. So, and that runs to the east. So it goes underneath that building. So, there's nothing plugged there. It's just, hey, when a pipe's full, it is full. Later on, we're going to be celebrating or doing a thing for Connor Welsh has completed his apprenticeship. Connor will be the second one in our department. I do believe he's the third one out of the utilities overall. We've been going through Alliance for the last 3 years, 4 years, kind of going through this apprenticeship program. It's been great, but we'll talk about that later. And that's all I have. That's it. You guys good? Thank you.
Wait a minute, 1 second,
Oh,
real quick.
question.
Just a quick follow-up on the rain event that we had. Do we have a measurable CSO from that event?
Yes, we do.
Okay. And with the addition that we're doing, is this something that's likely to be taken care of at the end of phase 5? With this type of an event?
Yes,
Okay.
because the event happened at the plant and that's the last one. Okay. So you remember we were talking about a 10-year, 1-hour event?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
How'd that compare to that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm referring to.
How that compared to that? No, it didn't come to a 10-year, 1-hour event, but that's the reason why IDEM wants us to do what we need to do.
That's why we're
And that's
doing that.
capturing these these like, I mean, this was a gut buster that happened on Saturday. That's what I call them, right? But it's not a 10-year 1-hour event. But it did discharge. Now, what I mean by discharge, it took the garbage out, okay?
Mhm.
But then it got discharged, okay? That's going to get reported, all of that, the time it started, time it in. But in the future, what IDEM wants us to do is capture it,
Capture it, run it back through and then run it.
run it back through the plant. And then if it can't do it, then it goes through a treatment system just like the rest of the plant.
Yep. I just want to make sure I
That
understood
good
it.
question, man. That was a good question.
Sometimes I ask questions just so everybody else can kind of,
Yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's right.
So,
Let that
thank you,
folks
Bob.
know. All right, thank you all.
So Ben Knight passed his WT3 test. He'll receive it once he gets his once he meets the state requirements. We had to replace the control solenoids for the backwash filters. We had a couple of them that were leaking on the control switches. Houston Electric came down and load tested the generator. Everything's on it is good. We're working on getting a few more of the MIU swap outs, finishing up the last bit of the lead and copper testing, and then had a few service lines that we had to replace. And then we did have a meeting with Commonwealth on the lead service line replacement. The city's got an opportunity of basically a 50% grant and a 0% interest loan on the remainder up to $5 million. So it'd be $2.5 million on the grant and then 2.5 on the 0 interest loan, if we decide to go that route. But we're still working on finalizing that. And that'll be it for us. Good.
Thank you, guys. On to, geez.
Yes.
Public hearing. This is for the amending Monticello wastewater utility rates.
Sit.
On July 21st, the council introduced its proposed ordinance number 2025-08, proposing to amend the rates and charges for the use of and services rendered by the Monticello wastewater utility. As recited in the ordinance, the last time these rates were changed or were amended were in March of 2021. And these rates are necessitated by the utility proceeding with phase 5, and I think the final phase of its long-term control plan project ordered by IDEM with an estimated cost of $30 million. The city has retained the services of Baker Tilly Municipal Advisors to assist us with analyzing our current rates, and has been very, very thorough and given the city a number of alternatives for implementing this increase. The city, the council has decided upon one preferred alternative. And as required by law, after introduction of this ordinance on July 21st, we're now going to conduct a public hearing to receive any public comment, questions, and the like prior to consideration of that ordinance on second reading. So having said that, the rate change is considered to be in 2 phases. The first phase taking effect October 1st, the second phase taking effect on March 1st of 2026. So with that, the floor is open for the public hearing to field any questions or to field any comments from the public or from anyone else. Any at all? Council persons, any questions?
I don't have any questions. I guess I'll just offer a comment that this is something that nobody on the council likes to do. This is unfortunately necessary for us to get to the end point, thank goodness. It's been a long time coming. Phase 5 of this agreement order with IDEM will allow the city to be completely done with the combined sewer overflow. And this ultimately gets us to where we need to be, and the idea is to slowly phase it in. So, yeah, so that it's less minimum impact on the community and our businesses as possible. So great thought has been put into that. So that's kind of where we're at. So if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer questions now or in the future. If I need to call Jeff Rowe, I will. So
It's been a long haul with this agreed order with IDEM. This will help, this will enable us to cross the finish line.
Yep.
If no other questions or comment, then the public hearing is closed. And Mayor, you can proceed with the next item of business.
Okay, thank you, George. Thank you, Bill. On to old business. This is for wastewater. This will be the second reading of ordinance number, what is it, 2025-08, amending rates and charges for the use and service for the wastewater utility in the city of Monticello, Indiana.
with no additional comment, I will make a motion to approve the ordinance 2025-08, amending the rates and fees for the use of the service wastewater utility.
I'll second.
Shannon Cortez,
Aye.
Bill Cheever,
Aye.
Kim Kramer,
Aye.
Dave Patty,
Aye.
Gary Allen.
Aye.
Thank you. Old business, we have area plan. This is consideration of ordinance number 2025-09. This is a rezone petition. Number 1208 concerning 457 West Foster Street in Monticello.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to see you all again. So typically when a rezone's tabled or continued by a legislative body, I don't come back and do the entire spiel all over again, unless you want me to. So nothing from my office's standpoint has changed. No documents have changed. Again, this is a petition to change the property commonly identified as 457 West Foster Street to go from R2 single and two family residential to B2 general business. The intent of the applicant is to do commercial self-storage in some existing buildings that currently are on site. Again, if you want me to do the whole spiel all over again, I will. I will. I just got back from a vacation in Alabama, so I kind of learned their lingo. It was. So yes, just let me know how you would like me to proceed. Otherwise, I can answer any questions. The applicant is here this evening, should you have any questions for him. Yeah.
Hey, y'all, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
If it becomes a B2, are there any limitations beyond what they requested that could go on that property?
No, if it would become a B2, should their venture fall through, they could do any use aligned with a B2 on that property.
Well, first thing I'd like to say is I'm a 35-year resident of White County. And of those 35 years, 31 years have been spent in business in the town of Monticello. So it's not like I'm an outsider coming in. I spent a lot of time here managing Swans, managing Walmart, being a manager at Hubbard GM Center. So it's not like I'm an outsider coming in trying to change things in the town. It was an opportunity to purchase a piece of property on Foster Street to make into what we think could be a viable business of a climate-controlled storage unit.
That's something that's not available right now in Monticello that I'm aware of. There are storage units, but not climate controlled. And so that's the plan, is to change those into those so that it can be a useful piece of land in Monticello instead of just a vacant lot that is somewhat in the past not been pleasant to the eye. So, any questions?
Now, it's my only follow-up, I guess, in a question I think I know the answer to is when you purchased this property, it did not have a residence on it at that time. And as far as you're aware that there hasn't been a resident, do we know when the last time or if this was ever?
There's no housing, there's no plumbing, there's no water at that property location. It is just 2 storage units with electricity.
Right, and it is adjacent to I-1, I think I saw in your report, correct?
It's right next to it, yep.
Yep.
So it's not total, it is in a residential area, but it is adjacent to another industrial area, so.
Yeah, this,
How many units will it be?
So the plan is and we're just starting on the 1 building right now, and it'll have 2 garage units that could store automobiles in a climate controlled area. And then it will have 18 5x10 units on the inside with roll-up doors for inside climate controlled areas.
So you're just using the existing buildings, or you're gonna be adding more to the property?
Just using existing buildings.
Okay.
If I would ever, that was one thing that Doug asked as far as if I would do something else. If I plan on doing something else, I'm gonna bring it to you guys and ask if it's for an approval. I just won't go and decide that I'll pick something else that would suit that area, so.
Fair enough.
and the access to these are going to be via the alleyway?
Yes.
And you would then commit to put in, obviously, gravel in front to allow your
Yes,
customers to
have a place
access.
to park and, yeah.
Okay.
Can I request that we table this maybe for another time? I think I'd like to investigate this a little bit more and understand what the property is, and
Yeah, we can do
maybe you
like-
can show it to it.
Yep,
and
I can show it to you,
just
not a
to-
problem.
Just to be on the safe side.
Yep.
Okay?
Not a problem.
A lot of residents down there, and we
Yep,
want to
I
make sure
totally
everybody's
understand.
happy. Okay?
Yep.
All right.
And you will not need to come back and do your spiel again, because we've got it now. But what
I
if we-
disagree.
well, maybe Dave may ask for it. Yeah. But our time is ticking, right? So we will need to make sure it's on next agenda, I think, and take action by that time. So everybody understands the timeline.
Yeah, you have 90 days to make a decision from the date that it was presented to you, well, the date of the APC hearing. So 90 days from July 14th.
Okay. Everybody understand the timeline? So we'll just,
Is it the council's opinion you'd be ready to make a decision at the next council meeting in 2 weeks?
I would,
Okay.
you guys agree that's enough? Would you agree that's enough? Give yourself a chance to run by, and maybe we can set up a site visit with one or more of the council if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine. The thing there is.
Give us a key, we can run around inside.
Do whatever you want to in there, yeah. You know, the guy that was there before had massive garage sales, so if you want something out of there, it's all yours. You can take all the junk you want. But,
Now I definitely want to go.
I was gonna say, sounds good, doesn't it? Yep.
well, I'll just let you know, my daughter came last week and she loaded up her car to take back to Colorado. I don't know why, but I'm glad it's not there, so.
Keep
yeah,
it going,
You
right?
can take it. The only thing I would be concerned about is I don't want this to, keep lagging on. I'm trying to get a business started and
We'll
get it
conclude-
open, and
We'll
so.
conclude in 2 weeks,
Okay,
next meeting,
perfect,
okay?
perfect.
I don't want to linger it out either. I
Yep.
just, a little more time.
Yeah, the next meeting's actually 14 days from today, right? So the 18th? Do you see, I did that math. Dave's getting his calculator out.
Yeah, so this comes to you by an 7 in favor, 1 against, sorry.
Would like to make the motion to table.
I'll make a motion to table this till our next meeting.
I'll second.
Bill Cheever,
Aye.
Shanda Cortez,
Aye.
Kim Kramer,
Aye.
Dave Petty,
Aye.
and Gary Allen.
Aye.
Okay, well, let me know if you want me to come back. Yeah, all right. Have a good night.
You're welcome to every meeting.
Oh, gosh. Okay, on to new business. We have wastewater achievement recognition. Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm back. So anyhow, about 5 years ago, maybe longer, could have been 6, Kelly Garner, with Alliance Rural Indiana Water. She talked to me about this apprenticeship program, and, you know, a lot of us are old like myself and going to be retiring from this. And we need these young guys to come up and pick up and start taking it for these utilities. Okay. It's not like the most glamorous job. So, you know, we make it glamorous because it is. It's actually interesting. There's a lot of science involved, but it's interesting. And so Kelly come up with her organization with this apprenticeship program. And we've had Bobby Neal, Connor, and also Ben Knight go through it. And we're hoping to get more employees and whenever they get hired onto the utilities to be able to go through this program. Kelly's going to tell you about all the benefits from this program. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm Kelly Gardner, Apprenticeship Program Coordinator for the Alliance of Indiana Rural Water. About 2 years ago, I came here and talked with Mayor Kathy. We had an opportunity that we wanted you to maybe look at to see if it would fit your needs. We had partnered with IFA, Indiana Finance Authority, and with that, they came out with grants for helping small rural utilities help train the next generation so we could get more licensed operators in our state. And they had some criteria on there to be eligible. Median household income or user rates based on 4,000 gallons. You have to meet a certain dollar amount. But you guys met that criteria on median household income. And so what we did is we've got Connor into, well, first we did Bobby Neal. He was the first one. And then we got Connor into the apprenticeship program. And he was underneath that grant. So at the time of the enrollment, the grant was reimbursement of wages, training, and a laptop. The laptop was for the apprentice to use while they're in the program. However, it was ownership of the utility. The training, now we get very creative and braid some funding. So if there's other sources of funding, we use those too. But the training on the IFA grant, you were reimbursed $1,964.50. $700 laptop, and then the wages was $66,259.51. So those are, you know, really good figures to help train somebody here and take advantage of that opportunity. So it was a win-win. Town of Monticello has successfully gained another licensed operator, filling that skills gap, and we want to recognize him for that. His hard work, completing 4,000 hours of on-the-job training, 288 hours of related technical instruction, and passing that IDEM certification exam. So we want to give a shout out to Connor. You want to come on up here, Connor? So we can present you with your certificate from the United States Department of Labor, Office of Apprenticeship, on a job well done. You like to say anything? Nope. Yeah, that would be great. Up here?
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
It was $1,860. And then also with the Next Level Jobs Employer Training Grant, we applied up to $5,000 per apprentice for all three of those. I did not see those checks come in, so maybe somebody here did, but they should have. I worked with,
Yeah.
did she get back with you on that? No?
Because I had to have the correct verbiage. I didn't know.
Okay, well, we did apply for those grants, me and Bob did, so we could have had another $15,000 awarded to the town. I just don't see it comes directly to you guys. So I'm always looking for grants to help you guys out. So thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys for having us. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
New business is gonna be, this is consideration of the interlocal agreement between the Monticello and the township, Union Township for Monticello and the fire department ladder truck purchase.
I don't really know what I'm supposed to say, George.
We bought a ladder truck.
We bought a ladder truck.
Great news.
Back in, I think probably February, time, maybe March, I don't remember. We met with Union Township. They voted, to spend $600,000 toward the price of the ladder truck. And that was been months ago, and I think we're just finishing up the
Is that confirmed?
formal paperwork.
That
What?
number's confirmed?
From the township?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that,
verbal or is it on paper?
that's voted in a public meeting.
Okay.
Yes, and we're making it formal, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
As you'll recall, the city purchased that fire truck, 1.8 million plus, via a special purchase. The township, agreed to, pay 600,000. We're hoping that the county will, make a contribution of some sort. We expect the county to, but they haven't fully decided, upon the amount or the format of the amount. But anyway, the Union Township is ready to write the check, but they need the paperwork that's before you. It's a interlocal agreement between city and Union Township to do that. So upon its passage, Union Township will sign it and cut a check, and then we'll wait for the county.
Have you been in talks with the county at all?
Yeah.
Have they been?
Yeah, but
Or is there
I think decently often. I was at their last meeting and talked to him in the public meeting. It sounds like, I don't speak for the county council,
Yeah.
but it sounds like that they, at least a lot of them were interested in a $300,000, I don't know what the right grant, grant gift, and then a $300,000 loan. And I think,
I remember we discussed that a few months ago, but I hadn't heard anything
Yeah.
since, so I was just curious
And
where
I
that
think
lies.
George and the county attorney are gonna communicate with that, and,
Okay.
We have been.
the 2 weeks from today is their next meeting, and I think, I just, expect that we'll probably do a vote on it that day.
Yeah.
But I was there at their last meeting, and they, after meeting with them, talking to them, answering their questions, they appeared to be, I think supportive
Yeah.
about it, yeah.
Yep.
But again, I don't want to speak for them, nothing's done deal, and, but yeah.
It's a great deal, the cooperation between townships, county and the city,
Mhm.
especially for a major purchase like this that does benefit not only, Monticello proper, but also the Union Township. We have fire protection
Mhm.
responsibilities out there. So this is great that we're able to do this, I think.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
another township also that was interested in possibly partnering
Well,
with us.
we've spoke with Jefferson Township, because we cover them for fire protection as well, but we have other purchases moving
That are going to be
forward.
part of that.
And, you can't keep asking from the same.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a pot, right?
So,
So-
but we have, I hear there's a new township trustee there. So I spoke to him in passing last week. So we're gonna get together on those projects moving forward, but
Great.
I'd like to comment on this, that piece of equipment like this, I mean, as small communities throughout the state are, it's competitively to try to attract industry, and having a brand new piece of equipment like this, you
Yeah.
know,
Now having two of them,
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a 20-year purchase, expensive vehicle, but it's expected to live at least 20 years in our community.
Yeah.
Probably longer.
congratulations,
Yeah, thank
number
you.
3.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I took the mayor for a ride in it last week when we got it, so. And Diane.
Did he
Yeah.
climb the ladder?
No, I haven't been trained on how to operate it yet, so I just drove it.
Like, it is so gorgeous, though. It is so beautiful. It's got a ladder's black. It is just, it's a
Sharp looking
beautiful
truck.
piece of equipment, yeah. Yep. Yeah, Diane was with us.
Me ride it.
So,
Should we do a vote?
oh, I guess we got to vote.
Need a motion to?
I'll make a motion to accept the consideration for the interlock agreement with Union Township.
I'll second.
Bill Cheever,
Aye.
Shanda Cortez,
Aye.
Kim Kramer,
Aye.
Dave Patty,
Aye.
and Gary Allen.
Aye. Thank you.
Congratulations, Chief. On to new business, we have consideration of resolution number 2025-05. This is with Northbrook. This will be phase 2 of their subdivision. This is a Ready 2 project. And in the, it shows 18 duplexes and 11 houses. It's going to be indoor. I apologize on that wording right there.
We need to change that.
Yeah, just, yeah, and we'll have a cleaned up page 1 on that. But this is the same resolution that, in format that you've approved in the past for slot farms and others, making that, recommendation for submission of this project for Ready 2 funding.
I think we all know how important it is, the housing, the race for housing, affordable housing. This is, this particular group has successfully built phase 1, and it's been I'd say a very successful project, and getting them to do phase 2 is a big win for the city, I believe.
Will it be set aside for seniors or is it open to whoever?
But it's open for whoever. Yeah.
So is this project, Mayor, has this been put into the portal, or is it waiting on this for the portal? Is this an addendum to it?
This is part of it, yeah.
Okay.
It's entered, it's, as you guys know, these ready things have been, it's been,
Interesting to learn.
it has,
Okay.
It's been
You're
very,
searching for the words there.
yeah, I'm trying to be positive, but it's still a huge win. I mean, we wouldn't get this, we wouldn't be able to do these kind of projects if it wasn't for the help like this, so,
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so taking advantage of it is a win for the city, I believe.
Anybody got any questions on this? Anybody down there? If not, I'll make the and or. So with the update to add the word or, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-05.
Thank you, Bill.
I'll second that motion.
Okay.
Bill Cheever,
Aye.
Shanda Cortez,
Aye.
Kim Kramer,
Aye.
Gary Allen,
Aye.
Dave Patty.
Aye.
Okay. Anything else for miscellaneous folks? I want to mention real fast, we have Lake Freeman is celebrating their 100th year out at, is it White Oaks? Yeah. 100-year celebration at White Oaks. There's going to be music. They're going to have the Flying Hooligans, I think, are going to be coming through. Should be a great time, so it'd be nice if you guys don't have plans on Saturday. It should be a beautiful day. If there's nothing else, our next meeting is, when is it? August